Welcome, everyone, to the March 16th, 2026 regular Board of Aldermen meeting. Would everybody please join with me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka.
Here.
Alderwoman Tice.
Here.
Alderwoman Gold.
Here.
Alderwoman Sims.
Here.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Here.
Alderman Gould.
Here.
Alderwoman Harder.
Here.
Alderman Erger.
Here.
Mayor Dimmich, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is approval of or amendment of the agenda. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Any objection to approving the same by acclamation? Seeing none, it will be so approved. Thank you. Let's move down to item 4, announcements, appointments, of which we have none. Next up, a public hearing, which we have none. And let's get down to citizen comments. Now is the time for anybody in the public that would like to address the board. All we ask is that you come to the podium there, state your name and your address, and you will be given up to 3 minutes per person.
Hello, board. So I'm Coach Metro. I'm the esports coach over at Brentwood and a resident of Brentwood. And these are esports players, our captains and assistant captains for the team, and some other players have come up to support the idea of utilizing any space, not necessarily the space downstairs, but if there's any space like at a teenage or middle center over at the new library, to build basically a esports board gaming and maker space for the teenagers, middle schoolers, and high schoolers in the Brentwood area. So I'm going to click on these as we go, and I'm a history teacher during school year. So creating a Brentwood Community Gaming Technology with Learning Center. This would build a partnership between the Brentwood School District and the public library, and our goals would be to increase student engagement, expand the STEAM learning, so scientific learning and computer science program, and providing structured after-school programs, strengthening social and community connections. Students would have the opportunity to collaborate, use critical thinking, digital literacy, leadership, adaptability, which is a big part of gaming and esports, and this gamification is a way of thinking about real-world problems. The makerspace would allow us to do everything from making, like they actually made the hoodies at the makerspace at the St. Louis County headquarters using circuit cutters and like designing, and they could do 3D printing, for example. What does esports look like? It's not just playing video games. It kind of cuts kids out of that isolated world where you sit at home and play video games. These guys have to work as a team, and they can get scholarships. So I've had players that have gotten scholarships to programs like University of Missouri. University of Missouri St. Louis has an esports program. St. Louis University won nationals last year. Lindenwood University, Maryville is a dominant team. And they all offer millions of that. Well, not millions, but they offer many scholarships for our students in the community in Southern Illinois, Edwardsville. So you can see esports programs have been offering, and there's some pictures from UMSL and SLU that have offered everything from millions and millions of dollars in the United States. Esports is very quickly growing. This is some of our players doing tournaments with the parents. So it also goes through strategic thinking, team collaboration, leadership, problem solving, digital citizenship, and again, adapting under pressure. We have to learn very quickly and rapidly. It's an all-year sports program. So unlike football, where maybe limited to football season, we have fall, winter, and spring through MOSEF, the Missouri Sports Alliance. And it includes, we have Super Smash Captains, Overwatch, Pokemon Unite, Mario Kart, to name a few. And this is them actually at the Fusion 314 Center in Florissant, which is actually a public space that they utilize in Florissant and have had a lot of success. And the great leadership. I've actually worked with them to help build that program. And that was built by my former esports team, McClure North High School. So we've been going up there and using that space for the kids and the parents. As a shared community, we can include esports competition space. So we can bring other communities in. Board gaming community, like the Fusion 314 has a board gaming area. So families can come in, teenagers, middle schoolers, kids can come and play. A makerspace technology would bring in the other labor or library aspect where the kids can actually have a project or an idea and complete it. So in terms of like board gaming, for example, they could picture a Dungeons and Dragons, but not only could they create a campaign, which includes writing, reading, curriculum, but also they can create their own characters, build them with like a 3D printer, paint it, and interact. And then we were talking about possibly a student tutoring center. So you can incentivize tutoring and supports through the district to use it, all right? And also a couple things people didn't know is senior citizens, for example, about 44 to 50% of American senior citizens actually play esports. They play video gaming. So it shows you that it goes across all age groups. It's not just for middle school or high school.
Sure.
You just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tobias Ruppel. I'm the captain of the Super Smash Brothers team. And what we're thinking is if we got the space in the library, as previously mentioned, we could have makerspace and also esports. And that would bring in kids who are just at home, alone, tucked away, out to play as a community. And it would bring people from all around Brentwood and even from other places to come and have fun. And also, it would give some revenue eventually.
Music to our ears. I'm kidding.
So we could have like a board gaming community space, and then like the board gaming could help kids and really all people learn like social interaction and interacting with other people, and then help them think and like promote strategic thinking and stuff like that, and then promote like family engagement and really like bringing together the community, and then some possible events. So we could do community board game nights and then like Dungeons and Dragons and strategy tournaments. And it's not really limited to that and stuff, yeah. So for a makerspace technology lab, some potential tools we could use there were some like 3D printers, circuit design machines, digital art tablets, and then media and streaming equipment. And then like the students and really people can design, build, and create individual or group projects. Okay. So some academic supports that people could have are like, so we believe in learn first and play second. And then so students could earn gaming access by completing tutoring sessions, maintaining academic standards, and mentoring like younger students. Students may also earn A+ tutoring hours.
Hi, so my name is Quinn. I'm assistant captain for the Smash Bros. Team, captain for the Pokemon Unite team. Some benefits for the Brentwood schools include increased student engagement, structured after-school programs, expanded STEAM opportunities, leadership development, and collaboration skills. And benefits for the community include family programming, technology education, positive youth engagement, and a safe community gathering space. So here are the prices for the estimated startup equipment, like for the gaming equipment. 12 gaming PCs would be approximately $17,000. Monitors and peripherals, $4,000, and Nintendo Switch stations to $150,000. And then for the makerspace, we have board games and 3D printers for both $1,000, and then a circuit machine for $400. And then here are the funding opportunities like educational technology grants, library innovation grants, local business sponsorships like Micro Center and Best Buy, community foundation funding, and more. So here are our expected outcomes in year one goals. We would like to have, or we expect 75 student participants, 20 plus tutoring sessions, 12 tournaments, 6 family game nights, and 4 makerspace workshops. And for our long-term vision, we have future opportunities like regional esports tournaments, expanded makerspace programs, cross-district competitions, and weekly community gaming events. And for our implementation timeline, we have phase 1, which is planning and partnerships, Phase 2, which is equipment installation, Phase 3, which is the pilot program launch, and Phase 4 is community programming expansion. For our next steps after that is explore a partnership with Brentwood Public Library and Fusion 314. Number 2, identify space. Number 3, confirm equipment and funding. And number 4, launch a pilot program and summer STEAM esports.
So I am not a captain like him or these, but I am a player for the esports team. So, all right.
What has been your experience like?
So my experience from coming in later is that they welcomed me and that it was a very fun experience and that they really helped me boost my self-esteem with my gaming skills. And I've gotten better at games with them and I've liked growing with them, like in our esports community. So with all of us here, I think that we all would like to grow this community and show the people that we're not just gamers.
Wonderful.
So we wanted to thank you for your time. I know we went over, but the possibilities are just, they really are endless because it could have everything from, you could have a tournament for the families or the schools, like a high school tournament night, middle school, or a Mark Twain or McGrath night. You could have everything from learning digital learning with the with everybody from senior citizens. The early elementary kids could learn things like programming. There's simple programs they could learn, and so we wanted to thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And I will tell you, normally during public comment, it's not a question and answer session, but I'm going to break that rule just real quickly, just ask a couple of questions. So you'd be the person to talk to.
Oh, well,
Nicholas?
yeah, Nick Metropolis, and I could help out in any way.
Okay. And secondly, how much square footage space do you think you're talking about?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, it's contingent on what is available from you
Okay.
guys. But yeah, I mean, believe it or not, we could use the space. I mean, you could break it up. You could have part of the esports center here.
Mm-hmm.
You could put the makerspace in the actual library if they needed for equipment maintenance or to watch the equipment. You could utilize the whole area because this is kind of in the middle of Brentwood, so everybody kind of moves to the nucleus. And then the idea is to have access for the kids so they can just come to a safe place. Like we have the park, which is absolutely gorgeous. But, you know, one of the reasons I think Brentwood has been rated like top 15 places to live in the United States, according to Niche magazine, was the fact that everybody knows each other. And if you could have this component where the school, the community could bridge, and then it could be utilized in so many ways from every age group in many different ways, it would be like something that's never been seen. Like Fusion's phenomenal with the board games and the esports in their rec center at the Egan Center, but this could take it to the next level where it's just people would be banging down the doors to come to Brentwood because it's just such a magical place, which it is.
I want to thank all the students for taking time out of your schedule to be here tonight. We really do appreciate that. I think it's a very intriguing proposal, and I'd like to follow up with you sometime soon to talk more about it. I don't know if anybody on the board has any specific questions about this. Yeah, Alderman Pluff.
I just had a comment. What about the former library space that's beneath us?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Or we'll go anywhere within the
I
neighborhood.
thought you meant the space across the street.
Whatever space is available, I'm sure we'd just be happy to work with.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions?
Pick 75 out of Brentwood School District?
Yeah, I think you could definitely, across, with all the schools involved, yeah, that would be it's about 10% of the school district involved. And then also, I think what's gonna happen, and I've seen it, working with Fusion, because I watched the kids do it at Fusion in Fullerton, is you're gonna have kids and people come from all across St. Louis. And that could also increase business and people in the area, you know, traffic. And it also, it's gonna increase the value of homes. Because really, when it comes down to the competition aspect of on a pragmatic level, if I'm gonna buy a house in Rockwood, but it's a little bit more in Brentwood, I'm going Brentwood. Because I mean, I can walk, and there's just so much stuff for the kids to do. And the thing is, we want to open this up to all economic, you know, that's one thing that the kids have really talked about. We talked about is like economic opportunity. So it's not just limited to people could pay. But like to give you an idea, Fusion is, I think I pay $60 a month for 50 hours of gameplay. For a resident, they give me the residential rate, so it's like $1 an hour. It's just, and it's self-sufficient. You can use the space for renting it out to families outside of the district for birthdays and other thing to help supplement the pay, so we can actually support it. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks again. Well, it's very impressive. Thank you, everybody. All right, anybody else in the public care to address the board? Seeing none, we will move on
Look,
to the,
Mayor, I
I'm
was
sorry?
Waiting to make sure we didn't have anyone else in attendance.
Okay.
I do have one online.
okay,
Karen Smith.
sure. Karen, the floor is yours. You're unmuted, but we're not hearing anything yet. Still not hearing anything, Karen. Nope. Okay, sorry, Karen, we just couldn't hear you, so obviously, you know, there'll be another opportunity later on the meeting if you want to try and comment at that point in time. So the next up is the mayor and alderman reports. First up is the mayor. I have no report. Alderman Plufka.
Just that public safety will meet 5:30 in this chamber, March 25th.
Thank you. Alderwoman Parker Tice.
Ways and Means will meet on Thursday, April 2nd at 6 p.m. in this chamber.
Alderwoman Goad.
No report.
Alderman Gould.
Yes, Communications Committee meeting is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. right here. Please come by and
Jumping all over, sorry.
Yeah.
Alderwoman Sims.
No report.
Alderman Lockmuller.
Yeah, our Ward 3 meeting will be held Tuesday, March 31st at 6:30 over in the Rec Center. Thank you.
Alderman Harder.
No report.
And Alderman Erger.
No report.
Okay, thank you. Next up is city administrator report. We have one item.
I have three. Thank you, Mayor Dimmitt. I want to share some good news. This is the third year in a row, and a lot of the thanks goes to Michelle Depew. We have the auditors, Clifton Larson Allen, in City Hall starting this week, and we are on schedule to complete the audit by the required June deadline. The expectation is that the draft will go to Ways and Means in May, and then the final report will go to the board for adoption, so we can then transmit that to the state by the end of June. So just wanted to share
Great.
Also, we have the general municipal election coming up on April 6th, and we have that side of the dais up for reelection. And then we have Alderman Sully Eager will be stepping off, and we have Mike Myers also filed for Ward 4. So just wanted to election. And then finally, at the Public Safety Committee, they took on House Bill 1041 that was recently signed by Governor Kehoe. And what this does, it temporarily allows establishments that are licensed to sell intoxicating liquor by the drink for on-premises consumption to operate extended hours during the 2026 FIFA World Cup from June 11th through July 19th. During that period, qualifying businesses may sell, serve, and allow consumption of alcohol beverages from 6 to 5 a.m. till the following day unless a municipality adopts an ordinance to opt out or modify those hours locally. This was taken up by Public Safety, and the recommendation is no action, which would allow those who want to continue to sell alcohol during that time to do so. So we are presenting this to the board to allow you to convey to us whether you wish to take this up or allow no action, as has been
Alderman Plufka, do you care to speak to that or not?
We did talk about it in our committee. We heard from our police department that they were not concerned. First of all, the timing of the games is not going to be all that dramatically different. We're not in wildly different time zones. Time zones are pretty close to what ours are. And so we didn't think there would be much interest, that there won't be games going on at 3 o'clock in the morning, so there won't be much interest in staying open until 3 o'clock in the morning. So we decided not to take any action. and allow our restaurants as they see fit to.
Okay. And in your materials, you see, I think our city administrator put together some responses from some of the cities, what they're doing on this, so you can see how some of them are planning on handling it. But again, the point is, if we don't take any action, then they will be permitted to operate. If an establishment decides to stay open at 3 or 4 in the morning, then I guess they can do so. But if you want to prohibit that, then we need some action from this board to opt out of that. I see no action being taken, so we will move on. Great. This brings us down to the consent agenda. Do we have any questions about any items on the consent agenda or any request to remove any of the items? If not, the chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka. Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Gold.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder.
Yes.
Alderman Erger.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. That drops us down to old business. We have one item, and that is Bill number 6591. Can we get a second read by title only, please?
Yes, amended Bill 6591, an ordinance amending sections 400.2900, 400.2910, and 400.3020 of Division 8 of Chapter 400 of Title 4 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Brentwood regulating flood hazard controls.
Okay. Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill number 6591 into ordinance form.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka. Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Gold.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder.
Yes.
Alderman Erger.
Yes.
Motion passes. Bill number 6591 as amended now becomes ordinance number 5219.
Thank you. Brings us down to new business. First up is Resolution 1580. And who's Chief?
Good evening. We have 2 items for this evening, but this one is kind of a holdover from last November when Chief Copter was still in place. Background information, so we do third-party non-resident ambulance billing, and we also do resident ambulance billing through the Missouri GEMT program, mostly dedicated to those that we transport that are either underinsured or no insurance at all. We contract through EMSMC, and they charge a percentage off of the top, depending on the type of insurance that you have. The old program gave us 15% flat, because Medicare now has broken their transport types down into 2, which are if you have like Blue Cross Blue Shield, so those that have really good insurance, and then those that are under a managed care program, managed care organization, which would be Medicaid. They're now proposing with the draft at your position, reducing the initial rate down to 12% for Blue Cross Blue Shield type insurance, and then 9% for the managed care organization. After a brief analysis of about 30 days late last year, we believe it's going to be a wash. So they're charging us less for the insured patients, but now they're charging us a little bit more for what they didn't charge previously. So although we're still going to be taking in for both, we think it's going to pretty much be an equal wash. So the ask is that we continue the agreement with the MSMC with the percentages that are noted in the resolution. Okay. And there's no out-of-pocket cost to the city of Brentwood to participate in this.
Okay. Need a motion to approve Resolution 1580?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? Any questions for the chief? Is voice vote good, or do we need a roll call?
Voice vote's fine.
Okay. All those in favor of approving Resolution 1580, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thanks, Chief. Next up is Resolution 1581.
Okay, so this one is a little bit different. Because the Ways and Means Committee meeting was canceled for March, this was going to be presented has been initially presented at the Public Safety, and they approved it with the, making sure that we got the blessing from Ways and Means. Essentially, the biomedical equipment within the city of Brentwood is maintained by the fire department under 2 contracts, one for the AEDs that are located over at the rec center, and then what we have for power lift cots, LifePak 35s, all of our stuff. Stryker has proposed, since our LifePak 35s that we purchased 2 years ago are getting ready to come out of warranty, we need a maintenance contract to keep those up. And those are the 2 main defibrillator, EKG, 12 and 15 leads that we use on all of our cardiac patients. Essentially, what we're asking here is that we bring all of the biomedical equipment owned in the city under one single umbrella contract. We have budgeted funds in the fire department for this, bringing the extra equipment over from Parks. It'll be about $500 more per year for us to do this. The contract that Stryker provided is at your position, and it's very detailed out for the amount of years, the cost for each bit of equipment that's there. And they are prorating the contract because we have already paid 1 year under the old system. So essentially, the ask for us for this session is, under this resolution, is to enter the agreement with Stryker with the updated cost and the addition of the parks equipment under one umbrella contract.
Same thing, we need a motion to approve Resolution 1581.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, any discussion? Any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
A voice vote's
Is that
fine.
good?
Yep.
Even though we're spending money? Okay,
Resolutions can be
Perfect.
approved by
Okay.
a voice.
okay. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
right.
Brings us down.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Next up is Resolution 1582. Presenting on that. Bill Boyer, right?
Public Works, yeah, should be Dan.
Yeah.
This item was discussed at Public Works Committee. So Motive is a company similar to what we use now. We have U.S. Fleet for both parks, Public Works, and other vehicles. But this in particular is through Sourcewell, and Motive actually provides more things than just GPS coordinates. So it has vehicle telematics and things like that, as well as other different things that we can use that the current system doesn't have. So what we'd like to do is, we have 2 trial units that we had tried out for sanitation trucks. We wanted to implement 2 more, so a total of 4, and then we would just replace the 4 U.S. Fleet ones with these 4 Motive. So what that allows us to do, I know we've had a couple codes pop up with the Motive system where it's either a coolant issue or voltage. The mechanic can then query it, use the tablet, and see what's going on. Current system doesn't allow us to do that. This system also has all the same features that U.S. Fleet does. It does cost a little bit more. So if you look at the finance, currently the U.S. Fleet's about $30 a unit. These would be about $45 for the subscription. So you're looking at a total per year of right around $2,900 for these 4 sanitation trucks. So if we want to do that, we can certainly implement Motive and then turn off the U.S. Fleet. If it works out well, we'd like to probably use it towards our plow trucks, but this was a first step.
Okay. And Alderman Lockmiller, this came through Public Works?
Yes, it did. I just have a quick question for Dan, though. I think one of the other added, even though this was more expensive than the current system, you got a camera on the front of the truck, you got a camera on the back, and if there is per se an accident that might happen, I mean, you've got a recorded history of what's.
Yes, and this is all recorded to the cloud, so that's a good point. The current system does not have a forward or rearward camera. It's GPS. So if a turn is made, every couple seconds, it's dropping a breadcrumb on the map. This does all that, plus you've got the camera. So if somebody says that their vehicle is damaged, you can both query where that truck was and see if there was any damage with the cloud-based system.
Excuse me. It also had, the capability of looking inside the cab at the occupant, and the Public Works Committee decided that that was a little bit intrusive. So we decided that front and rear facing is all we really need to get done what we need.
That is correct.
We need a motion to approve Resolution 1582.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, who made that? Alderman Gould? Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving Resolution 1582, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Brings us down to Resolution 1583. Now it's Michelle Boyer.
You just couldn't wait to hear from me. So since 2019, St. Louis STL-TV, which is the part of the communications division from St. Louis City, have been doing the video production services for us for our meetings. Towards the end of fiscal year 25, they reached out to let us know that come July, when their fiscal year rolls over, they will be increasing their price. Currently, we're paying $250 per meeting. They'll be increasing their price to $300 per meeting. This is just, they state, ongoing annual pay increases for their employees. This is the first increase we've had from them since we entered into our initial agreement with them. We've been pleased with their services, so we would like to continue on with that, with working with them.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 1583.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any questions for Michelle? Okay, yes.
I don't have any questions, although I will just note that we did talk about this in the Communications Committee quite a bit, and the fact that, if we went with another, first of all, this service is incredibly valuable. I can attest that even other municipalities that don't offer this type of a service makes it really hard for citizens to actually stay informed because they can't attend the meetings. So with this service, it's, anybody can see what we're talking about because of the recordings. And then likewise, if we decided to go out for an RFQ, for example, likely the cost would be even higher. So I think they've done a good job and support this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Alderman. We talk about transparency, but you all, through your actions, actually live up to that, because it makes it so easy, as you say, not just to watch it live, but to go back and watch an old meeting. It's easy to find as well. So I think it's a great use of taxpayer dollars. All right. Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approving Resolution 1583, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Michelle. Brings us down to Bill number 6595. Can we get a first read by title only, please?
Bill number 6595, an ordinance approving a permanent easement agreement between the City of Brentwood, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for the conveyance of an easement for the Brentwood Bound Improvement Project.
Thank you. Dan?
This item's housekeeping for the, what was the Brentwood Bound project right there at the pedestrian tunnel. So last year I looked up, we passed ordinance number 5194 on August 18th, 2025. That one included parcels 70, 71, 72, 73A, and 81. This was overlooked, but is part of that same group. So this is parcel 84, which is approximately 8627 Manchester Road. So it's on the side of the tunnel, the west side of the tunnel on the north side of Manchester Road. So this agreement allows for the sidewalk / trail and the drainage structures. So it's a permanent easement between MoDOT and the city.
Any questions? You are asking for a second read tonight?
Correct.
Can we get a motion to that effect if you're still inclined?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion for a second read? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, can we get a second read of Bill number 6595, please?
Bill number 6595, an ordinance approving a permanent easement agreement between the City of Brentwood, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for the conveyance of an easement for the Brentwood Bound Improvement Project.
Great, thank you. Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill number 6595 into ordinance form.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Gold?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder.
Yes.
Alderman Erger.
Yes.
Bill number 6595 is hereby passed and now becomes ordinance number 5220.
Thank you. Brings us down to Bill number 6596. Can we get a first read by title only, please?
Bill number 6596, an ordinance of the City of Brentwood, Missouri, approving an amendment to an agreement for housing of municipal inmates with St. Louis County, authorizing certain other actions in connection therewith, providing for the effective date of this ordinance, and containing a severability clause.
Thank you. Major, are you presenting on this? Thank you.
St. Louis County notified us earlier this year that they're raising their rates from $50 per diem. This is for housing a prisoner for 24 hours. We're going from $50 to $75. Just to give some context, historically, this started in 1998. At that time, we were paying $30. So it hasn't gone up excessively since 1998, but it is a 50% increase. We estimate that we'll be able to absorb this cost under our current budget.
Now, do we still house prisoners at Richmond Heights?
We do.
Is there a cost associated with that?
Yes, it's the fees are a little different. It's cheaper than Richmond Heights, it's cheaper than St. Louis County, because St. Louis County does give that flat fee. In Richmond Heights, we're paying for basically meals and blankets. That's about, on average, $2,800 a year.
Okay. All right. Any questions? And you are asking for a second read on this also tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody care to make that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, can we get a second read of Bill number 6596 by title only, please?
Bill number 6596, an ordinance of the City of Brentwood, Missouri, approving an amendment to an agreement for housing of municipal inmates with St. Louis County, authorizing certain other actions in connection therewith, providing for the effective date of this ordinance, and containing a severability.
Thank you. Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill number 6596 into ordinance form.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka. Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Gold.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder.
Yes.
Alderman Erger.
Yes.
Bill number 6596 is hereby passed and now becomes ordinance number 5221.
Thank you. That brings us down to the final item under new business, and that is Bill number 6597. Can we get a first read by title only, please?
Bill number 6597, an ordinance authorizing the City of Brentwood, Missouri, to issue its taxable industrial revenue bonds, Quattro Brentwood 2 Project, Series 2026, in the principal amount not to exceed $7,600,000 for the purpose of providing funds to pay the costs of acquiring, constructing, and improving an industrial development project in the city, approving a plan for the project, and approving the city to enter into certain agreements and take certain other actions in connection therewith.
Thank you. And you're presenting on this, I see.
I am.
All right. Floor is yours.
Thank you. As stated in the title, the city and Quattro Brentwood 2 LLC entered into a development agreement dated September 15, 2025 for the construction of a 12,000 square foot building as a future use as a kinder care learning center. Under the development agreement, the city agreed to issue taxable industrial revenue bonds under Chapter 100 to facilitate sales and use tax exemption on the construction materials. It should be noted that there is no tax abatement of property taxes, so this does not impose a financial hardship for the school district or the other taxing authorities. The estimated value of the sales and use tax exemption is about $123,000. This issuance of the bond will be funded solely by lease payments. What will happen is the property will be leased from the developer to the city. The city will then in turn have a leasehold interest, and thus the property can have, under the Chapter 100, can have the construction materials be tax exempt. We will lease the property back to the developer. The developer will build the project, run the project. The developer will be the owner of the bonds and the owner of the project. The sole source for the payment of the bonds are the lease payments. This is not a general obligation of the city, so it will have no adverse impact on the city's bond rating, creditworthiness, or anything of that nature. And lastly, the developer has asked for a first and second reading and final approval of tonight's meeting.
And this is all separate from the whole KinderCare, the whole approval process on that. This is simply the request for the exemption on the sales tax.
Correct. The approval of the building itself will go through a different process and go through PNC.
All right. Any questions first about that? And if not, you've heard the request for a second. Yep.
Make a motion for a second read.
Okay.
Second.
Any discussion? Yes, Alderman Lockmuller. Is your microphone on? I'm sorry.
Thank you. When does the lease terminate? When the bond's paid off? Or?
The lease terminates when the bonds are paid off. And we would anticipate that because the developer will be the owner of the bond, it could occur very promptly after the construction of the project, instead of really using it as a financing vehicle.
Thank you.
Yeah, Alderwoman Tice.
So I have a question about how we monitor this. Do they report to us? Does the city monitor it? Do we have staff that look into this? Does anyone in Michelle's department have any involvement in watching how these are paid off?
Michelle's giving me a look like not from her side. The trustee is the one. We have a trustee for the bond issuance, and they're responsible for ensuring that they are getting payments to pay off the bonds. But what can happen under the bond transaction documents is, since the owner of the property will be the tenant and paying the lease payments, and will also be owning the bonds, they can effectively pay themselves and not have the money land here and then land there and then land there and then go back to them. So there's that structure. Want to add?
I guess we'll wait and see how it's structured, but in working with the parties of Gilmore and Bell and the rest of them, they'll let us know if there's a schedule that's necessary or any of the oversight. With it not being a CID or a TDD or a TIF, those are the normally ones that would run through my office. But if the certificates end up in the city's name, then there may be a debt schedule associated with it, but we'll monitor those.
Thank you both.
And we just got this motion hanging out there. If we can get a vote on the motion, then if you've got a question.
Well, I've got
Or do you
my
have a motion?
questions about the
Okay.
the why the second.
Yes.
So that was
Great, thank
I was
you.
following the right procedure. Yeah. Why are they asking for a second reading? Because typically, just from a procedural standpoint, we don't do that all the time. But if there
So
are
that-
hardship cases,
Yeah, so
sometimes
that they can get started.
because they're ready to.
They're ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, any other questions? So again, what's in front of you is the motion for a second read. If you approve of that, all those in favor of approving the motion for a second read, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, can we get a second read of Bill number 6597 by title only, please?
Bill number 6597, an ordinance authorizing the city of Brentwood, Missouri to issue its taxable industrial revenue bonds, Quattro Brentwood 2 Project, Series 2026, in a principal amount not to exceed $7,600,000 for the purpose of providing funds to pay the costs of acquiring, constructing, and improving an industrial development project in the city, approving a plan for the project, and authorizing the city to enter into certain agreements and take certain other actions in connection therewith.
Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill number 6597 into ordinance form.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka. Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Gold.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder.
Yes.
Alderman Erger.
Yes.
Bill number 6597 is hereby passed and now becomes ordinance number 52.
Great, thank you, everybody. That brings us down to citizen comments. Anybody in the public care to address the board? Now is the time to do so. All we ask is that you come to the podium, state your name, you'll be given up to 3 minutes. Do we have anybody online? No? Okay. All right, we do have a request to go into closed session following this, pursuant to RSMO 610.021 subsection, is it 1? And 1, 2, and 12. And can we get a motion for that and to adjourn therefrom?
So moved.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka. Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Gold.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderwoman Harder. Alderman Erger.
Yes.
Motion